Peace, world peace. Welcome back to Trillion Dollar Goddess, aka Goddess Dawn Speaks. Yes, I am still here. I'm still pumping out some stories. Remember to follow me on my backup channel, Blaze Adams 24/7. I have stuff coming out over there as well as my shorts and my community wall. Okay? All right. Now, today I'm talking about, this is kind of more of a LA thing because it has to do with the school district out here. Actually, the city is Glendale, but it is, LA County. Now, they had a school board meeting to declare June Pride Month, and that brought out all the conservatives, and they're facing off. It just happened actually a little while ago. I saw it on the news and I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm going to show y'all the fallout, but here's the background. Let's see. Amid tense LGBTQ plus rights protests, attendees shelter in place at Glendale School Board meeting. Remember, we're talking about the school board, okay? Amid a contentious meeting of the Glendale Unified School District Board on Tuesday evening, where pro and anti-LGBTQ plus protesters faced off over how schools teach gender and sexuality, attendees were suddenly told to shelter in place. Law enforcement had declared an unlawful assembly after a fight broke out outside the building. The interruption came about an hour after public comments, most of them in defense of the LGBTQ community. Okay, now let's go to the actual fallout.
Breaking news, fights break out outside the Glendale School Board meeting as board members prepare to recognize June as Pride Month. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us as we stream live. I'm Colleen Sullivan. This is Eyewitness News at 6:30. Chris Christie is live overhead in Air 7 HD with the very latest right now. Chris.
That's right, Colleen. A confrontational protest with protesters and counter-protesters in front of the Glendale Unified School District, where that meeting was taking place to declare June Pride Month. However, the Glendale Police Department has asked them to go into recess as they are not allowing anybody else inside the building following a brawl out here in the parking lot. They were keeping the defenders of the LGBT community away from the conservative group who was protesting Pride Month, but those groups came together in the parking lot. Punches were thrown several minutes ago. Several agitators really starting to cause trouble in there, and then Glendale police forced to pull out their riot gear and their batons, and they have now formed several skirmish lines here in the parking lot to keep everybody at bay. They have tried to implement a dispersal order, but for right now, they are just trying to keep the peace here as tempers continue to flare here in Glendale. Reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Now, this LGBTQ plus community versus the conservatives is a fight that's been going on all over the country. And it's also, spilled into the education space because of the book banning and the also banning of trans women reading to children. A lot of this stuff is going on like in places like Florida, but to see something like that here in LA, I mean, I'm not really surprised being that it's Glendale. I think they travel wherever they need to go as far as these conservatives to fight these LGBTQ plus pro people. What I'm saying, I guess, is that no matter if it was in Glendale, Long Beach, or Beverly Hills, or wherever this was going to happen, these people would have showed up. And I'm wondering if they would have done this in Compton or in a minority community. Would these conservatives have showed up for that? I don't know if they would have been so bold. But I have never seen a brawl like that for a school district meeting. And so I'm just like, I'm in shock and awe right now about this situation. It says, at the meeting at the GUSD headquarters on North Jackson Street, protesters had swarmed outside prior to the start of the proceedings, many documenting the scene with their smartphones. Those who were protesting the board's LGBTQ policies chanted, "Leave our kids alone," while naming each of the 5 members of the school board. But those who were able to speak at the meeting with the public comment portion regarding an agenda item on Pride Month cut short due to the shelter-in-place order, were in favor of LGBTQ plus acceptance, with many thanking the board for protecting inclusivity. City and school officials had expected things to become heated. The meeting was held amid a simmering climate on LGBTQ plus rights that boiled over last week when protesters violently clashed at a North Hollywood elementary school over Pride-themed assembly. Oh, I missed that. The meeting's live stream went dark for a few minutes before the school board's president said that law enforcement would not allow new speakers to enter the building. People were also told not to leave the building for a short time. Protesters had gathered outside the district offices before the 5 p.m. meeting, filling the parking lot. Anti and pro-LGBTQ plus demonstrators faced one another, with Glendale police officers standing between the sides. That sounds like West Side Story. Board meetings have been attended by protesters for the last several weeks, with anti-LGBTQ plus activists criticizing district staffers' handling of LGBTQ plus material and policies. This is about specifically gender and ideology being put upon and thrust upon children at Glendale Unified. John Henry, who is running for Glendale City Council, told the Times on Tuesday. So the politicians are bringing people out too. I think that's probably more so what it is because, next year, I believe, is also a city council voting year. It says GUSD Parents Voices, a conservative group, called for parents to attend Tuesday's meeting, posting, "Join the fight against indoctrination in our schools." LGBTQ plus advocacy organization Glendale Out also urged supporters to attend Tuesday's meeting. They just said they wanted to keep the peace and keep it simple and keep the queer community safe and let them know that they're loved. Glendale police said the clashes between protesters have included shouting but no physical confrontations. The department will have presence at Tuesday's meeting, officials said. They say a fight broke out outside Satakoy Elementary on Friday, with more than 100 parents rallied against a Pride Day assembly. Last month, pride flag belonging to a transgender teacher at school was burned. So this is happening. People are not laying down for this topic. There's parents who are really against the LGBTQ plus teachings, I guess, to come into the schools. Sounds like just a lot of fear-based behavior. It seems to me if you're teaching your children at home like you're supposed to be, with regard to inclusivity, and I don't even want to just say tolerance because I think tolerance is just putting up with something. But I mean, it is also a peaceful way of handling something that you don't agree with. I just think that the parents, instead of going to fight these people who are just wanting to protect their community members, instead of fighting these people, they need to just have more so open dialogues to have better understanding, as well as teach your children at home, and not hate, of course, but about acceptance. People exist in the world who are unlike you, whether it's race, sexuality, whatever it is. We're all human beings who are made up differently. All of us, each individual person, different makeup. So why are we fighting? It just doesn't make any sense. But I just thought this was wild. So I wanted to show y'all. I mean, I know this is kind of out of my space that I usually cover as far as urban news and things like that. But maybe too, because this is my city and I'm shocked that this is happening. Like, I'm actually embarrassed by this. But again, it's going on all over the country. Where do you stand on LGBTQ plus and things coming into the school? I'm not sure how I would feel. I don't have a school age child anymore. But if I did, I know my son well enough. Well, I guess when he was younger, we don't know how they're going to turn out. But, my son today is very accepting of other people of all kinds. Very genuinely loving person, like very open. And that's because this is what I taught him. It wasn't from the schools, it's about leading with love. So, take care of your children at home. Keep the hate out of their hearts, though. That's like the most important thing. And the only way to do that is with love. So that's all I got on this. Thank you for hanging for these few minutes. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.